Hi everybody, welcome to this week's My Weekly Rage Fix. As always, I hope you all had a great week. I just want to lead you into this Shabbos and into this week's holiday, which starts Saturday night, the holiday of Shavuos, which is the holiday in which we are celebrating the Jewish people's acceptance of the Torah, that great marriage that we went into with Hashem. Just a few thoughts on the holiday itself. And everybody knows that when the Jewish people accepted the Torah, the Jewish people all together in unison made this incredibly loud proclamation to Hashem, Na'aseh v'nishma, we will do and we will hear and we will understand, we will listen. But first and foremost, Hashem, we are going to do it. And later, actually, our sages tell us in Tractate Shabbos that Kafa aleim har kigigis, Hashem uprooted Mount Sinai, held it on top of them like a barrel, and Hashem said to them, if you accept the Torah, then great. If not, this will be your burial place. And obviously what happened, the Jews were probably quaking in their boots. They saw this massive mountain on top of them about to smash them. So they said, yes, don't worry, we're going to do it. So the question is, what's going on over here? First of all, why did Hashem need to hear from them twice that they're going to accept the Torah? And second of all, especially if the first time they seemingly accepted it out of love for Hashem, and the second time is out of fear, so what was there really to gain? What's the purpose in this secondary acceptance that Hashem made them do? So there's two answers. One answer I want to share with you is that the second answer I believe is more prominent, though. The first answer I'd like to share regardless, and that is a lot of times people want to do something, they have this big urge, they want to do it. Let's say a guy wants to join the army, he wants to be part of the group that gets to jump out of parachutes and land on Earth. So he goes through a whole bunch of training, and finally the day comes, he's on the airplane, and everybody else is jumping out, and his drill sergeant has really taken a liking to him. But as he's about to jump, this fear comes right through him, and he doesn't want to jump anymore. And his drill sergeant gives him this big kick anyway, and kicks him out of the plane. Now, why did the drill sergeant do that? Because the drill sergeant really loves him, and he really cares that he should succeed. And because he had come this far in his training, he didn't want him to fail right there, and he wanted to make sure that he did what he was supposed to do, and like that he was able to pass the test. And that fear that he felt was normal, but the drill sergeant wanted him to overcome that, and he was able to conquer that, and he jumped out. So basically, the drill sergeant was rewarding him. And truthfully, anybody who comes to the army with a complete cheshek, with a complete excitement, and but then eventually they see how rigorous the training is, and it's really hard to do those push-ups. Nevertheless, the drill sergeant forces him to do it because he ultimately knows that it'll be for the person's benefit. So here too, also, that they said Na'aseh v'nishma, but then Hashem scared them into accepting it, and in order to teach them that you came this far, and I wanted to make sure that Na'aseh v'nishma proclamation that you made will actually hit home, and it'll go into your bones. But this doesn't really answer, though, the purpose of the fear. Why do they need the fear to begin with? So the real answer that I wanted to share with you is that I think there's a misconception that people have, and that is, like, if we're forced to do something, we don't want to do it, and we should be our own people, and you should tell me what to do and how to do it. I'm old enough, I'm independent, I should be able to do things because I want to do them, not out of fear. Now, the truth is, I think that's a complete misunderstanding, complete misconception of what people actually want and about what people are actually supposed to do. And in a sense, it's actually a slave mentality. You know, kids growing up, they think that, one, I'm younger than 18, all right, I'm told what to do. But when I'm 18 and older, I should be able to make my own decisions. I should be able to be independent and figure things out on my own. But that's also a mistake. I'll give you an example. Let's say I invited you to my home for Shabbos in Lakewood, and you said to me, "Somebody, I'd love to come. Just tell me where you live." I said, "You're a big boy, you're a big girl. Figure it out yourself. You don't need me to tell you where to come." So what's going to happen? What's going to happen is that you're going to go maybe knocking on every single door, and you're eventually going to give up, and your time is too important for you to go and waste and knock on every single door until you finally find my house. The best thing that I can do for you would be to tell you exactly where I live, that way you can go straight to the correct address, and you should be able to have a good time in my house on Shabbos. The best thing that I can do for you, therefore, is let you to be dependent on me with the information, not let you figure it out on your own. And the truth is, that's our whole Torah. Our whole Torah is we don't live a life of, let's just figure it out on our own, and then eventually, no. Your life is too precious. Life is too important that you should figure it out on your own, and therefore Hashem had to give you a Torah right away. And with that Torah, you'll know exactly what to do, the exact address, about how to do it, where to do it, when to do it, and with whom to do it. And so therefore, when Hashem forced us to take the Torah, that forcing was also a blessing for us. Yes, take it. You know why? Because this is good for you. It's like when a mother forces their child to take medicine because it's good for them. So sometimes, really, the blessing is in the fact that we're forced to do it, and it's bad for us. Or if it's like a surgery, we're forced and we're held down, but it's really the best thing for us. If things are just too loving, if the doctor was too loving and he kept saying to you, if you needed to have an emergency surgery to save your life, and he would say, oh, no problem, I love you whenever you're ready for it, that's fine. It's a waste of time, and you're wasting the person's life. If the doctor was really loving, he would force you down, he would hold you down. So when Hashem forces us to do something, it's not because He thinks low of our intelligence, or He thinks that we're incapable of doing something. It's just the opposite. He knows how capable we are, and He knows how much potential we have. That's exactly why He's forcing us to accept the Torah, even out of fear. A fear out of getting killed if we don't keep it. Why? Because it's the best pill for us to swallow. It's exactly the surgery that Hashem wants us to have for our neshama, for our bodies even, not only just for ourselves, for our body. We have healthy bodies if we follow the Torah, and we have healthy minds, the most important thing. And therefore, when we're forced to do something, it depends who's doing the forcing. When our parent is doing the forcing, then it's all for the best. Certainly when Hashem is doing the forcing, even more so. So that's the holiday of Shavuos. The holiday of Shavuos is both things. Accepting that of love, but at the same time accepting that fear. And everybody needs that fear, and everybody needs to be forced into doing that, because that's the best thing. That's the message that's delivered right to us. That's giving us the exact address of how to live, and that's the holiday of Shavuos. So just at least a few ideas to take into the holiday. Just want to wish everybody a great holiday, and you should all accept the Torah again, as we do every single year, every single day actually, but certainly this day is a special day for that. So I wish you a wonderful holiday, and the synagogue will be open all night for anybody who would like to come and learn. I'm sure you can find any shul in your area, both boys and girls. You can come and learn if you need, and I wish you all the best. Take care.